Hello, my dear YouTube viewers. So, here a question that I got from many viewers, and could be it is from the recruiters and aspiring recruiters that, hey, Suman, how can I crack this interview? And someone who has attended many times of interviews but could not able to crack that interview. So, here I wanted to come live and explain what are the tips, what are the techniques that you can utilize in cracking an interview. All right, so let me put some comments here if anyone wants to chat. The first thing, if you are a junior recruiter, you are aspiring recruiter, I mean you're a fresher, or you are a senior recruiter. So in these three categories, what is important in cracking an interview is the way you tell, the way you respond. So here, one thing I wanted to start from the senior recruiters or experienced recruiters. All right, listen carefully, or if you want to note it down, you can note it down. The first thing, when you are going for interview, before you go to the interview, do practice at home at least 2 to 3 times. Sit down in front of a mirror and as if act as if you are talking to somebody else there. All right. And the most annoying thing for the interviewer is primary the dress code. It's a first deal breaker if you are not wearing a proper formal dress. If it's not a neat shave, or if you are a female, you are not in a professional dress code. You're just using shorts or maybe like a Friday casuals. No, you got to be pretty professional when you're going for an interview. Another thing you need to focus is take yourself away from being you are going for an interview rather than change that word to a discussion, right? I'm going for a discussion as if you are going to meet a friend, a new friend for something, whatever. So don't take this as a you are there for attending interview or someone is going to ask questions and you need to answer. And when you fix that as you are going to face an interview, there's a kind of panic kicks in and you are not able to perform well. So a day before, think that okay, this is a discussion for IT recruiting position. All right, so it sounds good, right? When we say it's a discussion, it means you're gonna talk to that person as if you know that person, or it's a new person who's going to be a friend, and you're telling what you know. That's it. And the information what you're gonna remember is first thing. Definitely, they're going to ask, "Tell me something about yourself." All right. It means if you are a senior person, you definitely have to reply with your experience, your achievements, your little bit of your background. All right. So, okay, it's hot here. Uh, First thing, okay, let me go through from a recruiter point of view. All right. Interviewer asked me, tell me something about yourself. The first thing I'll monitor is the way I'm sitting here. And we are talking about the in-person interview, not a phone interview. So how we are sitting. So first thing, the sitting posture should be, do not put your hands on the table like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Don't do that. All right. Though you are on a casual discussion, you know that, but still don't sit like that. You gotta sit like this. And you need to have a smiley face. All right, don't ask for water, or don't feel if the AC is too much, don't feel like it's cold, don't sit like this. No, you are a professional. That's it. You need to focus that you are there to accomplish something, and you know so many things because your world has known to you more than anybody else in the whole world. Your experience is known to you. That's it. So there you are in the giver end. You mean you will not tell something, so you are the boss. You're going to sit straight and smile. Someone is going to ask, tell me something about yourself. I say, hey, this is Suman from so and so, and I have 14 years of experience in IT staffing. I have been doing leadership, management, as well as hands-on recruiting. And the best part of my experience is I have solved bigger problems. And since the last 4 quarters, I have been achieving the 200% of the revenue from my target. And I really love my job. And the reason why I'm looking for a job now is I wanted to explore this industry. And since I have been to your website and I saw that you have in these achievements, you do this. That's the reason I'm interested. And I'm from this location and I stay with my family. Now I'm really excited to know more about this position. That's it. You can stop now. So here, when the interviewer asks you that, tell me something about yourself, that really means that how you're talking, how you're starting the engagement. All right. They might be going through your resume and they might be nodding their head and maybe they're listening. The primary thing is how you are starting your conversation. Most of the people, they go back to their uh, family. My father does this, my mother does this, I have a sister, I have a brother, I do this, I like playing cricket, I want to watch what Netflix, whatever, right? So interviewer really not interested knowing about your horoscope, neither your what your ration card. So it's about how you represent yourself. So it means give a little bit of your overall experience, what problems you have solved, why you are there. This is the three things you got to remember if you're a senior recruiter. All right. Then they'll come with what are your responsibilities? What is your day-to-day tasks? Most of the recruiters, what they do, I get the requirement from my manager, or maybe from the team lead, or maybe from the ATS, or maybe from the VMS. Then I understand the requirement. I look for the keywords. I get the keywords. I prepare a Boolean string. Then I go to Dice or Monster or CV, source resumes, call the resumes, and submit. And what? What next? Uh, Next, yeah, I submit 2 to 3 candidates every day, and yeah, so here you need to understand if they are hiring multiple positions and they are ready to pay more, if you, as an experienced person, answer the same way the way a 1 year or 2 year candidate is going to answer, so how you are going to demand more money? You cannot. So, what you need to do tactfully when they say, what are your responsibilities? You got to say, in a day to day basis, I evaluate these many jobs and I understand what are the jobs are going to get me more placements. And at the same time, I focus on getting more revenue. So, it means the job which is tough, there are chances that we may get placement if I find a candidate. And there are low hanging jobs like a business analyst or a Java or a .NET or a QA. I know there are a lot of competition, but if I submit within the 30 minutes, I can get the hire. So I focus on that as well. And my primary focus within the month that I give myself a target that this much amount I should make for the company. And we have new clients as well. So working with the new client is a little bit tough. So what I do, initially I discuss with my manager that how my approach would be. So I will go, I'll submit 70% matching candidate, then I'll ask for feedback, then I submit 80% or 90%. So within this to and fro, I'm going to understand, okay, what exactly the client is looking for. Then I spend time and submit a good candidate. So here, the way you inform, the way you respond to the questions of the interviewer, it's like, hmm, this person has something else which he's really trying to make me understand. And you are telling in a strategical manner that, okay, for this, I'm doing this, for this, I'm doing this, for this, I'm doing this. So it means you know a lot of things and you really wanted to do. And for the junior people, all right, if you're a fresher and you're attending in-person interview, the same policy is going to be applicable to you. You have to sit straight. Because you are a fresher doesn't mean you are under somebody else. All right. You are the owner of your life and your position and your profession. So here, what are you good to do? Hey, Yadav. Hello. So what are you going to do? You're gonna sit straight. The same thing. This is so and so, and you are a fresher, all right? You are a recent grad. I am so and so. I am from this college, and I have secured this much of marks. All right. If you have done any projects in your academic, explain. These are my projects in my academics, and in that you need to explain the leadership, how you are